guys, are we ready? Let's get going. So fondant we're going to use today, I've got white, black, I've chosen purple there, choose any colour for that one, and then a little bit of brown. We're using a circle cutter, we've got a knife, be really careful, see if you need anybody to help you. We've got a rolling pin, and we've also got our biscuits. Now, these biscuits are just from the biscuit tin, so I haven't made these. So go and have a little look and see what you've got in your biscuit tin. So we've got a couple of round ones and a couple of rectangle ones as well. So what we want to do first is we're going to roll our fondant out. Now this is going to be the background colour. Now I've gone for purple. As you can see by my fingers, look, I was dyeing the colour. So I used white fondant and then dyed it violet, which is this colour here. And the glove broke, it went all over my fingers, terrible. Right, so let's roll that out. And what we want to do is we want to get our biscuit and we want to get a cutter that's the same hole size as the biscuit. So we don't want it too big or too small, like Goldilocks it sounds. All right, one that's just right. So cut your circle of fondant out. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to scoop that up. That is going to go on to our biscuit. Now make sure you don't add any water because we don't want to make the biscuit soggy. Okay, the fondant should be warm enough that it will stick. So there we go, there's that part. Now let's get on with the decorations. So you're going to need some white for this. Again, give your fondant a really good squidge. Get it nice and supple. So there we are. Now we're going to get a little ball. And once we've got it into a ball, just like that, what we're going to do is just squash it a little bit in our hands so it's kind of flat on one side. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to pop that onto our biscuit. We're going to get another little bit and we're going to make the spout. So with your C for cake finger, we're going to roll the little bit of fondant into a ball, roll it into a teardrop, and then one end just roll it just a tiny bit thinner. Okay, and then we are going to stick that, and that is going to become our spout for the teapot. Then we're going to get another little bit and we need to make our handle. So again, C for cake finger into a sausage. Okay, and then we're going to curve this, and this is going to go on as our handle. So mine doesn't actually need any water, but you might find that your fondant isn't as sticky. My hands get ever so hot, so they kind of act as a glue. But just see how you get on and see if you need to add some water. So there you've got your handle and you've got your teapot top there. So we want to put a little ball on the top. So that's like the lid of the teapot. So a little ball like that on top, and that goes on top of the teapot. Okay, now we're going to make the cup and the saucer. So we're going to make the cup, C for cake finger into a circle, then into a sausage, and then just squish that with your hands, just like that. Okay, and that's going to become the cup. So that's, pop that where the sort of spout's coming, so it's going to look like it's pouring tea. And then with the saucer, again, C for cake finger into a circle, into a sausage, and then you're just going to lay that underneath the cup like that, so it looks like a bit of a saucer there. Okay, and then with the brown, we're just going to put a little bit of brown on top so it looks like the cup is actually filled with tea. So a little bit of a squidge, and then into a sausage, and that's just going to go right on top. Again, you might need to add water with yours, and I'm going to get my spout to touch. Little handle for my cup, exactly the same as we've done the handle for the teapot. So into a sausage, and then we're going to curve that round. Oh, it's a bit fiddly because it's small, so we're going to curve that round one there. Now I'm going to just use my knife to pick that up, but please be very careful if you're using your knife. Right, there you go. And then just to add a little bit of decoration, I'm just going to get a bit of the fondant that was left over. And if you just roll it really thinly in your hand and squidge it down so it's like a flat sausage. And what we can do is we can just roll that up and it will just look like a little tiny flower. Now that is a bit fiddly, so see how you get on, and remember you don't need to do that. So I'm going to do 3 of those. So into a sausage, nice and thin, give it a squidge down so it's like a flat sausage, and then you're going to just curl it up. So you're going to get your fingers and you're just literally going to curl that up. It's a little bit fiddly and you don't have to do this. It's going to look beautiful without, so remember that. I'm just going to do one more on there. I think I need a little bit more. Sometimes the smaller the bits of fondant, they stick to your hands. So into a sausage and then give that a sausage roll. And then on we go with those. And there you have a lovely biscuit. Now it's Mother's Day soon in March, and this would be a really nice gift to give to mummies, wouldn't it? So we'll put that one aside for a moment, and then I'm going to show you what you can do to actually keep it nice and airtight. So there's one, and then I wanted to show you, so I'll pop that one there, and then I wanted to show you one more. I'm going to use a bit of white on here. So what I want to do is I want to get some white and I just want to roll it out just like that. Now I'm going to be using a knife, so please be very careful. And what I want to do is get a couple of lines. So I'm going to square this off and get a nice couple of lines. Okay, so trying to keep them all similar lengths if we can. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll my black out. So let's roll the black out, and we're going to try and do the same if we can. So let's get some nice clean lines on this one. Again, try and go for the same size lines if you can. You might need to get a little ruler out, or I'm really lucky, I've got this mat that's got the actual lines on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take those away, and then I'm just going to put these on like that. And can you see what I'm doing there? So you're going to have one black, one white. Okay, and put the black up there. Okay, now that should be enough. So can you see what we've done there? So we've cut white lines out, rectangles, and black rectangles, and then we've just put them together like that. Okay, and then what I want you to do is just with your hands, just push them together. If you roll them, then you're not going to keep the clear lines. You're going to get smudgy lines, and you might like that. So if you want to do that, but I think we'll carry on with those like that. So now what we want to do is we're going to get the same. I'm going to use a round one again, I think. Yeah. So we're going to get the cutter, make sure it's the same size, and we're going to cut out our circle from there. Okay. And then you can take the other bits away around the edge. Okay, and then we can place this on to our biscuit. Okay, oops, it's gone a little bit sideways there. So there we go. We've got some nice lines on our biscuit. Now what I did earlier is I used these cutters. Now this is an M and a U. Now I'm going to do this one for Mother's Day, these cookies. So I cut out an M and a U and another M. And there you have another lovely designed biscuit, because every mum likes a cup of tea or coffee and a biscuit. How beautiful. And these are just really gorgeous. Now once you've done them, what you can do is pop them in a nice little bag. I would use one bag, see-through bag, there you go, like that. And then you can choose, you can put the other one in there as well. And then I've just got one of these little stickers. It just says made with love. And then what you can do is just seal the bag over like that. And you can pop the sticker on. So it's nice and airtight. And there you have it. Some lovely biscuits ready for Mother's Day. How beautiful is that? Now you can make the toppers, so the word mum and the teapot and the cup, you can make that before, but don't make the biscuit too far in advance. So put it all together too far in advance because the biscuit will go a bit soggy. So maybe sort of a day or two before Mother's Day. So there you are, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that. Until next time, take care, lots of love.